How's everyone doing? It's me, G.I. Jake, your proud U.S. Army veteran, here to serve you. Hope you're having a wonderful new year. I know this haircut's a little out of regulation. I'll be sure to take care of that next time. We have officially made it to blue phase. Yes, we graduated from white phase. We made it to blue phase, which was personally my favorite phase because that was the phase we graduated. It was the last phase. I'll get right into it. So we're at the defect. I think it was the first day of blue phase. We're at the defect. We're eating. Everyone's kind of excited. You can feel the energy growing. Now they did have desserts in the defect, and this is something the drill sergeants would try to say, "Hey, don't go there. You don't need that shit." Now me, I weighed $120 soaking wet, so I could eat whatever I wanted all day. I still stayed away from the desserts though. Obviously now I put on some weight. I've been out 10 years. So we're at the defect, and today the drill sergeants are like, "Hey, eat whatever you want. Go get those desserts. You know, you've earned it." Like everyone's like, "Well, okay." So like, people are eating. People are eating a lot. You know, they like, take your time. Usually you get in, you eat, you go to formation, boom. Something was definitely up. So we're eating, and we're done. We go to formation, and out of nowhere the colonel shows up, and the whole company's there. We actually all ate together. Usually it's like platoons take turns eating. We all eat together, and they said, "Today you're going to the gas chamber." Yeah. So don't ever trust them when they fucking say, "Hey, do whatever you want, eat whatever you want." Yeah, there was a catch to it. So we go to the gas chamber. This is something we did. It was incredible. 10 at a time, they go, boom, boom. You go in there, you say your name, full name, your birthday, your social security number, and they tell you some things. One, you don't take a big breath. When you take a big breath, you're going to exhale, and then you're going to take a big inhale, and it's going to fuck you up. Something I did. I'll get to that in a bit. So, also, they're saying your pores are going to get empty. You're going to throw up. That's probably why they wanted us to get full, because to laugh at their expense, right? Or, yeah. So anyway, sorry. So you're going to throw up. They say flap like a bird when you get out, because you're going to be, getting rid of the gas. You don't want to touch you definitely don't want to touch your face, get that shit in your eyes. We did have gas mask at first. And they said, if you have a cold, you're probably going to be cured afterwards. And honestly, I never get sick, but I did have a slight cold brewing. So everyone's going in. They put 10 people in. And then it's like they had like a little, I can't really remember, it's like a little building, a little shack thing, a little fucking building. And then they just come running out like, okay, those are the first people to do it. There was this guy named Foley. He was a fuck up. He actually ran out too early. He had to go do it again. Anyways, so eventually, and one thing that sucks about being a Smith is we're at the end of the alphabet. So we go towards the end. By the time we got it, there's so much gas in there already. You can feel it burning your fucking skin. Excuse my language. It's a military thing. So we're in there, and you have your arm, you have your hand in front of the guy in front of you. And not to mention that out of the 10 in there, I'm like number 8, number 9. I'm still in the back then. And the drill sergeant's in there with the mask, and he just starts spraying, like pumping the gas in there, and you can just feel it. You can just feel it like tingling and burning. Not so bad. I know I'm kind of a pussy at that time, but anyways. They're like, you're gonna take your mask off, you're gonna put it in the air, and we're gonna go to you, and you're gonna say your name, your birthday, social. So I did exactly what they said not to do, and I took a deep breath. And when I ran out of breath, I inhaled. And when I inhaled all the fucking gas. I could feel it burning my lungs, my ribs. I just felt it all in here. I was like, I could feel it burning my eyes from the inside. And when he got to me, I was like, Jacob Daniel Smith, August 29, 1988, and I spilled out my social. This is the fucked up part, is I was in shock, so I bit the guy in front of me on the shoulder. He's like, dude, you're biting me. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't help it. And finally I let go, and thank God he was okay. He didn't have to get a tetanus shot. I think we already had got one anyways. Doors open, and we storm out there. Everyone's flapping like a bird. I found a tree, and I went, and I just fucking threw up. And by the time I lifted my head up, I kid you not, like, I felt cleansed. Like, that cold went away. I felt just like pure. It was kind of crazy. That gas has been compared to CS gas, like they use in the riots. So maybe some of you have actually already been to the gas chamber, but it's just different when you're actually inside the little building. Any veterans out there, you can vouch for this. Again, my experience may have been different, but that's exactly how our shit went. And it was fun just to get through that. Again, I'm like an 18-year-old. I turned 18 in basic training. I was 17 when I went. I turned 18, and I was like, holy shit, I just can't believe I did that. I was pretty much sheltered my whole life. So, just something like that was incredible. Also, blue phase, weapons. If you can tell by my profile pic, again, I ETS in 2009. I've been out 10 years, okay? That's just a pic I took while I was in Iraq, holding my standard issue 249 saw. Actually, that was mine. It wasn't standard issue. I had a 249 saw. Squad leader thought it'd be funny to give the smallest guy the biggest weapon. Everyone else had Mark 4, M4s, and I had the fucking 249 saw. Anyways, so I fired a 249 saw in basic training. I fired an M16. Obviously, we called it the musket before they phased it out to the M4. I fired an M240 Bravo. I fired the 203, the grenade launcher, or yeah, that's like the little grenade launcher on the weapon. I fired an AT4, which is like, it goes, it's pretty cool. Fired the M240 Bravo. My favorite was the Mark 19 automatic grenade launcher. That is a roller coaster. You straps you in, and I believe like the 50 cal. I remember, if I remember correctly, it has like the butterfly trigger, and it's just boom, 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 and just. I'm bad at sound effects, but that was fucking fun. Actually, either the Mark 19 or the 50 cal. I actually fired a 50 cal. Never in training, but outside of training. So the 50 cal was pretty badass too, and that shit tore some shit up. So yeah, those are the weapons we fired in the blue phase. We also went to the field. Now in blue phase, we went to the field. Like I said, red phase was a night, white phase was 3 days, blue phase was a week. We're marching around with our blue guide on, showing all the other platoons, showing all the other companies, hey, we're in blue phase, bitches, we're about to graduate. We go to the field for a week. We just did the weapons. We did the gas chamber. You throw like 2 grenades. It's pretty cool. And went to blue phase, stay out there for a week in a compound. No more pup tents, no more sleeping on the ground. You're in cots now, which is better compared to sleeping on the ground. One night we're sleeping, I see a gas can roll in. The fucking drill sergeant gassed us, put our mock gear on, ran outside, played guns for a little bit. Did some activities out there, and then eventually we made it out. And we made it out of the week, and we made it back, and we graduated. There's a little ceremony between us and the drill sergeants. I won't spoil it if you actually enlist. It's pretty special. And that was it. The night before we officially graduated basic training as a whole, the guys were all, ramped. We stayed up. They're all like pumped. We stayed up all night. I remember playing poker. I walked in with like $2. Walked out with $50. I played dumb, be smart. And then boom, full house or whatever. I remember walking out with $50. They got mad because I just hated it and left. But I graduated. Basic training. It was a very pivotal moment in my life, I feel. My mother and my sister came down to visit. I ate a McDonald's Big Mac like in 2 seconds. It was the first fast food I had in like 9 weeks. I know, not a good thing, but I just 2 seconds. Then I went to AIT, and I'll get into that in the next video. I appreciate you listening. Again, it's me, G.I. Jake, your proud U.S. Army veteran, here to serve you. Carry on.